semitones higher, which is as an interval referred to as a major second. Hello, welcome to episode 3, which is going to be all about triads. But before we learn what a triad is, there's something we have to understand beforehand. So what we have to understand beforehand is what an interval is. An interval is the distance between two notes. So, for example, if I took 3rd fret on the E string on the guitar, the note would be a G. If I move that 2 semitones higher, so go to 4th and 5th, it would be on A. That's 2 semitones higher, which is, as an interval, referred to as a major second. Now we know that a triad is 3 of these intervals, all different from the diatonic scale. So in total, there are 4 triads. There's the major, the minor, the augmented, and diminished. So let's start with major triad. So the 3 intervals we use for this is what we refer to as the root note, which is the first note, the major third, and the perfect fifth. So as I said, we're going to use the C chord for all of these. So in the C chord, you would have C, which is the root, E, which is the major third, and G, which is the perfect fifth. And this is what makes up the C major chord. Also, obviously, as I've mentioned, we're going to give guitar examples for this. So we'll just start with the major triad. So obviously, if you're a guitarist, you'll be very familiar with as the C major chord. If we break it down, so we'll start with the root, 3rd fret on the A string, that is C, because obviously you got A sharp, B, C. So this note here, C. If we then take our second note, is E, if we mentioned. So if I play top string and the bottom and this note, it's not harmonise, both E. So we can play, so we've got 2 notes there. If we now just play the open 4 string, and then play with the 3rd, as we mentioned, 3rd fret on top string is G, same note. So if we put them all together, that makes the C major triad. So next up is the minor triad. This is similar to the major triad, obviously the major triad being root, major third, perfect fifth. The minor triad is the root, a minor third, so instead of a major and third, it's now a minor third, and a perfect fifth again. So if we put this into the C chord, you would have C as the root, E flat, because obviously it's a minor now, we flattened the E, so we've got an E flat, and G again, which is the perfect fifth. So we've got C, the root, E flat, the minor third, and G as the perfect fifth. So the next one on the list is we've got the minor triad. So we take our C major chord, and then as we mentioned, instead of playing a major third, it becomes a minor third. So what we're going to do is with our E, we're going to slide down 1. So now we have, see how it gives that minor sound? So if we play a C major, and now C minor. So next one up is the augmented triad. This one is different to the major and minor, mainly because instead of the third being changed, it is the perfect fifth that is changed. So with the augmented chord, with a C chord, what it is you've still got C as the root. The C will always remain as the root. There will always be a root. Major third, which will also be E, and then you've got G sharp. So you've got a sharpened fifth. So you've got C, the root, E, the major third, and G sharp, the sharpened fifth. So the next on the list is augmented triad. So we're going to play all the C's again. So we've got C major, C, root, major third, perfect fifth. Play the minor, root, minor third, perfect fifth. So remember what we said about the augmented. It is root, major third, and sharpened fifth. So you see how we've played open on the 4th string. Now, because we're sharpening it, we're going to move up 1 semitone to get that note, which is G sharp. So now we have, which is an augmented C. Last not least, we have the diminished triad. It's the last one of the lot. It's the one that has the most changes to it, because if we look at the intervals, we still have the root never changes, as I've said. Then you have a minor third, so that's already changed, kind of like the minor triad. And then you've got a flatted fifth, which obviously the others don't have. So if we use the C chord again, we will have C as the root, E flat as the minor third, and G flat as the flatted fifth. So lastly, we have the diminished. This one's a bit harder because there's a lot more changes. Obviously we stick with the root will always be C. Then also we have the minor third, and then we have the flatted fifth. Obviously, since I'm playing open, I can't really go further down. So instead I'm going to play here, which is also a G flat. So obviously if you play these both top and bottom string, they're both E. So I know if I played G here, they're the same. So we'll take our root, a minor third, and our flatted fifth. I see it's a very unsettling chord. I probably would never really use it, but there it is. I hope you really enjoyed today's episode. I hope you've come away with something with this. This is obviously now going to be the last episode. So yeah, thank you for listening.